What's up, my boys? It's Jab back with another Xenoverse 2 discussion video. Now today we're going to be discussing the new upcoming DLC 10 character that has been leaked. As you guys may already know, it was actually leaked yesterday. We will be getting Android 21 in the next DLC. This was leaked on Twitter. A guy by the name of Dragon Ball Hype. Huge shout out to him. I will be leaving his Twitter link down in the description. But yeah, he leaked the different skills that she's going to be coming with, her ultimates. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Again, we'll get into my thoughts in a second. But yeah, so we're getting 21, and just recently, as of me recording this video, we did just get the scan for her, and I was thinking, you know what, going by the skills that were leaked, we were thinking, okay, because of the description of the skills, we're going to get her Majin 21 form. I mean, that's her most popular form. That's her most prominent form. That's the only form you can really play as in fighters. So I figured, okay, yeah, Majin 21. Well, according to this scan here, it's going to be her base form. I was not expecting that. Her base form? Like, what? So, like, so that has me thinking, will she be able to transform into her Majin form? Going by the scan, I don't think she will, because we see shots of her performing different attacks. Like we see in the bottom right hand corner, we see her performing her ultimate, her level 3 from fighters, but we don't see any shots of her in her Majin form. So I mean, yeah, and I'm thinking, if she were to transform, there would at least be one shot of her in that transform state, or at least fixing to transform, something like that, something along those lines. But we don't see any of that in the scan. Now, I mean, I mean, they could, obviously they're still working on this DLC as we're speaking. They could, tweak it, and they could add it, eventually. And if we get like a gameplay reveal trailer, we could see her transforming into that form. I honestly don't think we're going to get her Majin form, which, I mean, it's kind of a bummer, but it's just a recurring thing. That's what freaking Dimps does with these DLCs. They always give us, characters in one form. You can't ever, only one character, that was Kaba. He was the only character that actually had a transformation, the only DLC character that had a transformation. Every other character was already in a fixed transformation, whether it be base form or, like, I guess like Goku, he's already mastered UI. You don't have UI Omen. So in that regard, that kind of sucks. But on to my thoughts. Now, you guys may be thinking, oh, Jab, you should be hyped for this DLC. I mean, you even have an Android 21 CAC. I mean, it's even in the background of the video. I mean, Jab, you made a video talking about how, Super Saiyan God Vegeta and Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta were just terrible picks for DLC 9 because they're just reskins. They're not new characters. Android 21, that's not a reskin. I mean, you said you wanted more variety. I mean, yeah, that's all true. That's all true. I know what I said. But I don't know. I don't know if I want this character. Like, I know I'm going to get tons of dislikes for this, but just hear me out of why I don't think we should be getting this character in this DLC. Now, I did originally plan to release this video yesterday when we got the initial, leak, but I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna wait until we get a scan, just so we can get a little bit more info, just to see what the character's gonna look like and all that jazz. Now, here's why I don't think we should be getting 21. Like, number one, she is a Dragon Ball FighterZ character. Look, I know she's in Dokkan. Okay, she's in Dragon Ball Heroes. Okay, she's not an exclusive, FighterZ character anymore. I guess you could say. She's not only exclusive to that game. I mean, we've seen crossovers between characters, Dragon Ball characters before in other games, but it's just something about 21 that just, like, it doesn't fit Xenoverse. I don't really know how to explain it. It's just like her storyline. It just doesn't work for Xenoverse in my personal opinion. Like, if you look at the other DLCs that we've gotten, they've all been relevant, like, to the time frame. Like, if you look at, like, the first couple of DLCs, Champa, Vados, Kaba, and Frost, they made sense because it was around 2016 when those came out. I want to say DLC pack 1 and 2. Yeah, I think so. And Super was still going on, but the Champa arc, the Universe 6 tournament arc, had concluded. I mean, we're in the Goku Black Saga, but you know, it was relative. And then DLC 3, you had Zamasu and Goku Black because around the time of the Goku Black arc. DLC 4, you had Vegito and Fuse Zamasu. Again, it makes perfect sense. And then, you know, those are the only planned DLC. Now you got the extra pack, which weren't planned. Extra pack 1, where Tapion, Deborah, 13, and Buhan. Now, you're thinking, well, that's not relevant to Dragon Ball Super. That's not relevant at all. But here's the thing, those characters weren't planned. That's why it's called the extra pack. Now, these are characters that should have been in the game since pretty much day one, right? I mean, people have been talking about how we should have gotten these characters, like, I don't know, like years ago, Xenoverse 1. So basically they're like, okay, extra pack, we'll throw in these characters because people have wanted them for years and probably should have put them in the game in the first place. So like, oh, let's just throw them in there as an extra DLC. Then they made extra DLC 2. And honestly, again, it made sense for extra pack 2. Come on, UI Goku, Jiren, Few, and Ranger 17 around the time of the Tournament of Power. And then you have extra pack 3, Kefla and Baby. Again, Baby being one of those characters, extra pack, just an extra character. People who've been wanting Baby for a while. Kefla made sense around that Tournament of Power. Even though Tournament of Power was already over at that time, it still made sense because it was still relevant. And then obviously with DLC 8, extra pack 4, again, it came out perfect timing. DBS Broly movie. The Broly movie came out, and then the DLC came out, both in the same month. I mean, that's perfect promotion right there. I shouldn't have to explain that one. DLC 9 made sense. Like, again, I mean, even though it's somewhat irrelevant, it still is relevant because, I mean, that was the most recent arc. The Super Saiyan Blue Evolution coming out makes sense because, you know, that was the most recent arc of Super that concluded, was the Tournament of Power. And then we have Super Saiyan God, Vegeta, who was in the Broly movie that just came out. So again, that's relevant. Ember Brand's in the same boat as Evo Vegeta. So you guys see where I'm going with this. 21, she's just kind of like her own thing. She's not really relevant to Dragon Ball Super. You know, she doesn't really fit into, like, you know, because Xenoverse and Heroes, you know, even though they're two different things, they use the same characters. They still do it different timelines and time travel and all that, time patrollers and everything. That's still, you know, they're kind of intermingled, even though they're their own separate things. So that's why I feel like getting characters like, you know, Dragon Ball Heroes characters would have been better instead of getting 21, because she's just kind of her own thing. But I mean, I know it's not just relevancy that's the thing; it's also popularity. I mean, that's also why Brienne's in the game. As much as we hate her here in the West, in the East, they love Brienne. She's a super popular character in Japan. You know, Japan pretty much has the final say, or really pretty much the only say, as to what characters are added in DLCs. It makes sense, but I think it's not just that. I think it's also fan service. Now, but I know you guys are going to be like, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is all about fan service. What do you mean? This doesn't mean, like, you know, downgrading the community. I mean, but when it comes to fan service, I mean, not to say that fan service is bad. I'm not saying that at all. And this kind of fan service, it's not always bad. But when there's no denying. This character, objectively, was meant to, you know, to have some kind of, you know, a sexual appeal. You know what I'm saying? It's an attractive looking character. There's no denying that, objectively speaking. So I mean, I think that played a part in her popularity. I don't think she'd be as popular as she is if it wasn't for the appearance. I mean, she's a very sexualized character. I mean, let's just be real. She is, and it's not, you know, the artist's fault. You know, it's just not his fault. It's not the community's fault. But I mean, you just gotta look at the demographic here. I mean, that's just how it is. That's just the facts. I'm not trying to, you know, say, we're bad people or anything. It's just how it is. I'm not trying to downgrade anybody or talk down on them. That's just how the community is. I think that played a little bit into her popularity, and that might be part of the reason why she's being added. Now, again, I know she's a popular character, but there's just so many better options, in my opinion, there's better alternatives in my opinion. And I think, you know, like Topo and Dispo, I mean, you think it would continue that trend of, you know, releasing tournament of power characters. You have 2 characters unannounced. I mean, just, you think it would be a duo, right? Okay, so you would think Kela Khalifa, Topo Dispo, those are like at everyone's top list of DLC characters. All of a sudden we get 21. It's like, what? So that pretty much just throws those 2 characters out the window, and it just kind of, it really bums me out to say that, because like those characters, everyone, like ever since the tournament of power concluded, we've been wanting these guys in DLC, in the DLC. Like especially Topo. God of Destruction Topo would just be absolutely lit in my opinion. Or even with Dragon Ball Hero stuff. I mean, like, you gotta look. I mean, Super Dragon Ball Heroes. I mean, it's not the most popular thing ever, but people are watching it. Yeah, you have stuff with the Dragon Ball Super manga like Moro. I mean, that's relevant, and these characters are popular. You put that in Xenoverse 2, everyone's gonna want to buy this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But you put 21, it's just like, yeah, 21, that's cool, but I'd rather see these guys. You know what I'm saying? So I don't hate 21 at all. I mean, if I hated 21, I wouldn't even make a CAC. I just think even characters like Roshi needs some love. You know what I'm saying? It's just characters like that, and I just think it's just more relevant. I just think they would actually benefit Bandai more if, you know, or Dimps more if they put these characters in the game. And yeah, that's pretty much all I really have to say about this. I mean, like I said, these are just my initial thoughts at the moment. They may change. It may very well change. Now, they better at least, at the very, very, very least, please, Bandai, please Dimps, please give us the Android 21 clothes from this DLC. Please, God. Like, if you're gonna put 21 in this game, at least give us our clothes. Do not cuck us this time like you did last time. And I swear to God, the second character that comes in this DLC better not be Majin 21. I swear to God, if they give us 2 21s, but like 2 completely different characters and not just the transformation, oh my God, I'm gonna be so mad. And so many people are not gonna buy this DLC, and they'll just stop supporting the game. Oh my God, please do not do that. Please, Bandai, please don't do that. Don't be stupid. But anyway, I'm just rambling at this point. That's gonna do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments down below. I really want to know what you guys think about this character being, you know, in Xenoverse 2. And yeah, that's going to do it for me, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.